Hey everyone, Mike Wolf here, founder of MikeWolfMastery.com. And actually, I just got off the phone with one of my students, and we came up with some creative ways for him to purchase some properties, even though he has very little cash to play with. So I thought I would shoot this video while it's still fresh on my mind and share it with you, because this might apply to you. It might be a great strategy for you. So as some of you know, I've got turnkey properties in Kansas City, Missouri right now, and we actually have financing available with 35% down. Now, this financing is available to not just Americans, but also to foreigners, including all my Canadians. And it's quite easy qualifications. They just want to basically see that you're employed, more or less, and that's about it, and that your credit's reasonably good. Doesn't have to be perfect. So in any case, you need 35% down. 65% of it is going to get financed, and that 35% down doesn't necessarily have to be your own money. So that could potentially come from a line of credit, or if you were to mortgage a existing property and take cash out of it, you could use that for down payment. But here's another way that you can also play with this, and this is what my student is going to do. He's got a partner who has plenty of cash and doesn't really want to go through the qualification process, but he'd like to, and he also doesn't know, he's Canadian, doesn't know how to buy properties properly in the US, doesn't know how to deal with the taxes and moving money back and forth, etc. Well, my student does know that, because he took my course with me in Texas, and I taught him all this stuff, and now he can add value to this other person who has the cash but doesn't have the know-how on how to buy US real estate. So what he's going to do is team up with his partner. The partner's going to put up all the cash. Now, these properties in Kansas City run between $80,000 and $100,000. So if we use an $80,000 example, the down payment on that is $28,000, and the other $52,000 will be financed. So what my client is going to do is he's going to qualify for the financing. So he's going to put in 65% through a mortgage, but none of it's going to be through his own cash. The other 35% is coming from the other investor, who's going to put up all the cash. And so the other investor is going to get 35% of the deal. He's going to get 65% and not have to take a dime out of his pocket. So every month he's going to get 65% of the cash flow. He's going to get 65% of the appreciation as the property goes up in value. And now this is another way that you can make money using none of your own, finding other joint venture partners. And it's very easy to do with this sort of property, because it's turnkey. So my student doesn't have to do any of the work. It's all going to be managed for him. He doesn't have to deal with tenants and toilets and all that stuff. There's no work involved. But the perception from the person who's putting up the cash is that the person with the cash isn't going to have to do any work, but he sees the person who's if you're buying it, he sees you as looking after the property, even though it's being delegated out. So it's a great strategy, a great way to get into real estate if you haven't already, and take advantage of the U.S. market, which it has already started to rebound in quite a few different markets. And I believe we're going to see a huge recovery all across the United States. At the same time, we're seeing some major banks and players, different people are predicting some pretty big losses for the Canadian real estate market, because Canadians have a lot of debt right now. And as interest rates go up, we're going to start to see Canadians struggling to juggle all the debt that they've managed to accumulate while we're at historic low interest rates. So I believe we're going to see a big jump in the US, a drop in Canada. Some people are predicting 50% drops, and over the next little while here. So it's a really good time to get your foot in the door, get some U.S. real estate. I've got a bunch of other creative ways to get in. If this is something that interests you, let me know. I can help you with your joint venture contracts and walk you step by step, every step of the way, to help you to get into some revenue properties. So I'm Mike Wolf. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let me know if I can assist you in any way. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get all my updates and all my latest videos as I release them. Thanks very much.